Hi there everyone, this is Kevin Lee with the Spinistry and also gravelguides.com. We'll talk more about that shortly here. Just wanted to introduce everyone to a new series, a new venture we're starting out. Call it a video blog, call it a vlog, call it just ramblings and personal therapy sessions. Because when I talk about things, it helps me get my head cleared out, helps me wrap my head around if I got something that's really convoluted, maybe I need to go another direction. My head works really funny, and any of y'all that have ever followed my routes probably know that at this point. So for me to verbalize things, it's nice to have a person to bounce things off of, but to be honest with you, as much as things are going nutso right now and about to probably get more nutso, it's going to be hard to find time to get a person to hang out with and have a beer and talk it out, and hopefully get some honest feedback. So maybe some of my ramblings here will get feedback on your comment sections. Also, it's going to help me to, since I have so much that's going to be going on, it's going to help me get away from the computer and do things I need to do and not chase down every comment on Facebook or Instagram or whatever else and reply to it. Hopefully we'll be able to talk about a lot of detail on stuff, and then y'all can give questions and request feedback in the comments, and just we'll have a nice thread, a nice go-to spot for people to reference in the future, and for me to reference in the future, so I can get things sorted out. Where are we at today? We're in beautiful Grapevine, Texas. It's actually hoping to start this off tomorrow, which will be August 1st. Today's July 31st. We'll talk about this some more shortly, but my gracious, it's a beautiful day today. I'm not sweltering out on the surface of the sun like we were last week. I'll be honest with you, the heat last week about knocked me out this weekend. I made the mistake of doing one ride too many in the heat of the day, and realistically I probably wouldn't even be riding today if we hadn't dropped 15 degrees and lowered the humidity. This is a beautiful day. And as a result, this is kind of what we're going to be shooting for on a regular basis. Is I don't want to, I want to shoot on location. If I'm out scouting a route, if I'm out meeting with the city council or whatever else, finding a new staging venue, or just out on my own, hopefully having a good time on the bicycle, maybe we show you guys a little bit of it, or at least show you the background behind me, so you're not just looking at four walls or a cubicle or whatever else. And besides that way I don't have to clean my house or my office. I can just go out in nature and show off. Now, that said, we are in Grapevine, so this is just Katy Woods Park where I'm at right now, but it's a really nice spot right on the edge of Grapevine Lake. When are we going to be doing these video entries? I honestly don't know. Short answer is whenever possible. I have lots of stuff I'm cooking, lots of stuff going on, lots of stuff to talk about. So realistically, I probably have enough stuff to do a vlog entry every day, and I think it'll be something some people are interested in. Obviously not everyone, but probably every day we'll have something that somebody's interested in. But since I have so much going on, I don't know how much of a time commitment this is going to be on my end to get the ball rolling here. So I may not be able to update every day. We're going to try to do this really simplistically, at least to start. Trying to do this all in one take. I have multiple cameras going. I'll show you this in a minute. No fancy equipment or anything like that. But, hopefully I can get this down to a routine where I can maybe knock something out in 15 minutes or less. Hopefully less. I know you guys don't want to just listen to me ramble for hours on end or anything like that. And hopefully it's something that we can do it in one take with some simple editing and then upload it same day. And it's not taking a lot of video editing time on my end. I enjoy video editing, but it's also one of those things, for me, it's very time intensive. Once I start editing, I go nutso on it. So I'm going to try to keep this as basic as possible. You may hear some background noise. We got insects and animals and planes flying into DFW right now. I'm testing out this equipment. I don't know what works, what doesn't. I may not have any audio that's worth a crap right now. We actually do have a boom mic on order that should be here tomorrow that should work with most of these cameras. And if we have audio issues, hopefully everything just gets a little bit better over time. That said, we're not going to throw a lot of money at it. We're going to work with what we have for the most part, except for if it's something just really delivers a bad experience for you guys who, you know, we don't want to have crappy audio or horrible video or anything like that. Why am I doing this? Well, we kind of touched on it a little bit. Go a little bit more in depth to it. The nuts and bolts are here in Spinistry world. We have so much going on right now, and a lot of things we want to be doing. And some of these are new ideas, and some of this stuff is kind of complicated, and it's hard to, well, here's a tweet that tells you about what we're doing with this new service that we have, or whatever, or here's how the, you know, here's how the club discounts work now, and blah 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 blah. It's hard to keep all that stuff current and in front of people in social media. It all just evaporates into nether regions after a very short period of time. So if I explain something once on the Facebook page or in a tweet or whatever else, or even try to put it on an FAQ page on the website, you know, it's just the information disappears a lot of times. So, and when we try to go into detail, it gets into the, you know, you write a post that ends up being, you know, 3 pages long, trying to go over some basic detail and stuff that's really important. But I get it. People don't want to surf through Facebook on their phone and scroll. So hopefully some of those details that need expanding on, this is a better format for people that want to hear about those details. And again, in the comments, request more information about details or ask specific questions that we can share with everybody else along the way. Again, hugely important to me in the way my weird brain works. Just talking these things out. I've got so many things going on in here all the time, and don't get me wrong, I enjoy that. I'm always, there's something always cooking in there, and a lot of them are kind of half-baked, I'll be honest with you, but until we start doing it, we don't know what the full recipe is going to be just yet. So sometimes, if I'm trying to explain it to somebody, or talk about it out loud, then it narrows down my focus where I say it out loud and it's like, oh, wait a minute, that doesn't add up, that won't work. So by me talking about it out loud, it helps me refine my own process and put together, you know, sculpt an idea into something a little more detailed, and hopefully something that works well. And then on top of all that, since I do have all these things that are going on all the time in so many different spots, it's also a personal accountability thing. When I put it out there officially, you know, it's there. I've laid a claim to this concept or this idea or this event or whatever it is that I want to do, or that you guys tell me that you want to do, and I go, hey, yeah, I can do that. It's a level of accountability where, yep, I committed to that. Let's make that happen in the best way possible. So, you know, that's the who, what, where, when, and why of what I'm trying to do here. This is an introductory session. As much as anything, it's testing out the equipment I have right now. Let me know what holes need to be addressed, technologically speaking. Play with the editor a little bit tonight, do a YouTube upload. You know, what's my time constraints going to be if I try to do this twice a week, 3 times a week, 5 times a week? I don't see there's any chance of me doing this 7 days a week, but who knows? Maybe we can do stuff on the fly. I definitely see this being at least a weekly update, and I think we have some content that you guys will find interesting. Whenever I'm chatting with you guys at an event or on a social ride or at a club meeting or whatever else, folks always have lots of questions about what we do, how we do it, why we do it the way we do, where did we come up with these ideas, how in the world did you figure out that route? Well, we'll share some of that stuff with you. Some of the stuff I focused on this week that I'm guessing will make it into some of these video journals or whatever they are. Like I said, today's July 31st, but the plan is to upload this August 1st. and I'm getting regrouped on my own personal training for the rat. Most of y'all are probably already familiar that I set a goal to do my own event, the Rat 1000, this year. We ran into a bit of a hiccup Memorial Day weekend. I was hit by a car. All things considered, doing pretty well. Riding the bike is an okay thing. We've got other issues with, I can't go into detail right now. I'm sure you guys understand. That said, I just got back on the bike on outdoor riding the past couple weeks, which has been awesome. It's been fantastic to be back on the bike. I've run into some issues that cause me concern about being able to do the rat, but it might just be a slower healing process for some aspects of things than what we were really hoping for. All that said, when I got hit by the car, I'd gone into a pretty good training routine, lost about 25 pounds. I was definitely getting fitness and stamina in the areas I wanted to be. I was about ready to start on my next, I was going to do a 100K ride that weekend. I was going to try to do a 100-miler plus the next weekend, and obviously, due to that crash, our timeline kind of got shuffled around a little bit. And in turn, here we go with the accountability. Probably a little bit of self-pity in the mix there. Some woe is me. I definitely did not pay as close of attention to my diet as I had been going up to that point. I don't think I've gained the 25 pounds back by any means, but I'm pretty sure I've gained some of it back. So I'm putting a line in the sand. August 1st, I'm back on the plan, and that means I get back on the scale tomorrow, see where I'm at, see where I need to go, break out the measuring tape, all that good stuff. I have been riding. The heat's been a bear. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. Heat has always been my nemesis. I was doing better with it this year, but then when I got knocked off the bike, going into just the absolute brutal heat of summer, first time back outdoors, it's like 102 degrees. Yeah. I did okay with it until last week. I think I pushed it a little bit too hard, maybe got a little bit of an electrolyte imbalance in there, but we're coming back from it. So, on a beautiful day like today, we'll go out, we'll take it casual, see how things feel. And that'll be part of our next update as well. Hey, how we doing now that, if y'all were following me on Twitter and Spinistry and everything else, I started out with a hashtag of Fat Boy when I started retraining. When I figured out I was actually going to do the rat itself, and we'll go into some of that detail on another entry as well, the whys and the wherefores of doing my own event. That hashtag got changed to Rat Boy. Well, so I'm going to call it Fat Boy back to Rat Boy, because I think I'm a little bit more on the Fat Boy side right now. Time to get back towards the Rat Boy side of things. So that's one thing that we'll have to talk about later this week or whenever. Another thing we got going on is, hey y'all, it's the Midnight Massacre week, Saturday night. The one, the only, the greatest, the first ever nighttime gravel grinder. Yeah, I'm tooting my own horn here. I love this event, and most of you guys love this event as well. Saturday night, don't miss it. We are limiting registrations this year to 300. That's it. We can't go over. If we would have gotten over 300 a couple weeks ago, and we knew we were going to get over that, we could have maybe made arrangements to get over. I think we're at like 135, 140 right now, which tells me we'll probably be to 300 by Thursday evening. So we definitely hope to have this video up before then. We'll be sending out an email tonight to everybody as a reminder. So that'll actually probably come out before this video does. So the reality is, if you're seeing this video and you haven't registered for the Midnight Massacre yet, and you think you want to, you probably better go look at registration right now and see if their spot's still open. We do expect it to sell out. We will be starting from Valley View this year, and we will be ending at Valley View. Any of y'all that did the Texas Chainring Massacre with us this year, you know what ending at Valley View, how cool that is. We actually have special hours that Whiskey Hollow Distillery will be staying open late. Ryder Smokehouse Barbecue will be staying open late. Little Brick Oven Pizza will be staying up late. And Firelight Winery and vineyards will be staying up late. That's the town square in Valley View. It's a tiny town. We're going to park down at the athletic field about 3/4 of a mile away. Everybody's going to come into the town square. We'll start from there, and everybody comes back to the town square at the end of their ride, and we hang out there. Okay, we'll post more details on that, but seriously, you don't want to miss it. It's the best party of the summer, and especially if the heat comes back like we know it will, you're not going to get a better time to ride in August. So, Midnight Massacre, Saturday night. Don't miss it. Some other stuff we got going on this week. Have a few crazy ideas for a couple of routes that we want to do. I'm going to keep that a little close to the vest right now. We'll just say one is a Texoma thing. That's pretty cool. Definitely a multi-day route. Definitely something we think the bike packers and mountain bikers will both get a kick out of. Another crazy, oh yeah, this is Kevin's brain just really spinning and going nuts. And I'm going to keep this really close to the vest too. But another route that we're going to go search for. It's also another multi-day event. But if you're in the Dallas-Fort Worth area, you can start and end really close to home and get about 105, 110 miles of trail. It might take you 2 or 3 days. We'll see. We'll see. Anyway, we got to scout that route out too. We'll talk about that. We'll talk about that over time. And both of those are, to be perfectly honest with you, and it's part of why we want to start doing this video diary, journal, whatever it is. The cool new thing that we're really excited about, that we're about to kick off, we've kind of sort of kicked off, but we're really shooting for a September 1st official grand opening of it, is our Gravel Guides and Bike Pack Tours site / service / we don't know exactly what all it is now. We've got some ideas of what we want it to be, how it's going to work, and who we want to partner with to make these things happen. And the short answer is we want to partner with you. You have a great route. Do you want to show off to other folks? Let's share it with the world. You know, you got time on your hands and you want to show folks around and take them on this great route, or you've got lots of experience and you want to help some that are lesser experienced than others. We've got a way everybody can help each other out here. And nobody's ever gonna, very few people. We're not doing this to get rich. We're not doing this to make a boatload of money. If you're in the cycling industry, maybe 1 person out of 1 million gets rich in the cycling industry. All we're doing is supporting our own passions on a somewhat selfish way by helping other people support their passions on a way that they don't have to devote all of their time to figuring out all the whys and wherefores and how-tos and the logistics. And it's like, I know I want to do a 3-day bike packing tour in New Mexico. I know I want to do that. But I don't have personal, intimate knowledge of routes and places to be and where the best taco or the best craft brew might be. So what we're going to do is we're going to find those guys in New Mexico, those gals in New Mexico that can help you out. Or if nothing else, find the people that have that information to share with us, and if we want to do it on a little bit more self-service basis, we can do it that way as well. That's kind of the nuts and the bolts of Gravel Guides. We don't know exactly how it all fits together just yet, how it all works just yet. We know we want it to be nationwide. This won't be just a North Texas thing. This won't just be a Texas and Oklahoma thing. That said, we're going to start it out pretty localized and pretty centralized to the North Texas and Texas area, just because it's what we know, it's content we can help provide on the front end to get the ball rolling. But we will definitely be looking for partners in just about every region of the country. So, if that's something you might be interested in, helping out, having fun with us on that, stay tuned to these video blogs. As these crazy ideas and so forth pop into my head, I'll share them here, and we'll start fleshing Gravel Guides out. Where we're at with Gravel Guides at the moment, We have a couple of introductory events that we'll be doing in conjunction with Spinistry events to get the ball rolling. The Deep Fork Grind in Depew, Oklahoma. We'll have a bikepacking clinic in association with that, and we'll also, and that's September 9th, working from memory there, September 9th. We have a great staging area, campground, private property. We can do whatever we want to there. We'll have the main gravel grinder routes on Saturday. That said, you can camp Friday night, Saturday night both. That's included with the registration fee. Saturday night we'll have a bikepacking clinic with some of our guides on site, and if you want to ride Sunday as well, you'll be able to ride. So you can do a full contained bikepacking weekend where you get as much mileage as you want to on Saturday and Sunday, and you get to try out your gear as well and camp and hang out where there's probably going to be a good bit of craziness on Saturday night. So if you sleep in Sunday, that's okay. We have that going on. We will also have another, our Roadrunner Rocks out of Munster at the 4R Ranch and Vineyards will be September 30th. We're going to do some gravel guides, bikepacking clinics in association with that, and some of the same stuff. That one we'll talk about more later. We're putting those pieces together. That said, if you guys have not been to 4R Ranch, Vineyards, and Winery yet, you're going to be amazed by this place. And the ropers are bending over backwards for us. They recognize that we're a pretty good group of folks to hang out with, and they're going to be doing a lot to let us utilize and share their property with them for our own events, but also specifically for some of this gravel guide stuff that we'll be doing. That's another thing. We'll go into more details as that gets all fleshed out, but suffice it to say we're going to have a place for you to camp in the Munster area, and we're going to have multiple routes that go multiple directions and just about any length that you can think of. So, thanks for being patient with me, roughing my way through this. This is our first video journal entry wherever we're going from here. I'm going to shut the cameras down, box them up, lock them in the Jeep, and I'm going to go on my bike ride for the day. We'll post this up as soon as we can. Please do comment. Let me know your questions. Like, subscribe, whatever all that good stuff is. I don't know. I'm learning. And any thoughts or suggestions you guys have, we're all ears. Also, just to let you know, I'm in the market for hats. I'm not necessarily a big Corona Light guy, but the hat fits well. And this will be the last time I do this. The man bun is progressing very slowly. So until the man bun comes in at full speed for video entries, I'm probably going to need some hats. Hey, not that I'm mooching here, but if you got a cool hat that might have your logo on it, I'm all ears. There's a good chance it may show up here. So I'm going out, I'm going to ride, and then we're going to go home and we're going to take care of some more business. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you guys next time.